Greetings, zookeepers and people who like simulations. Today on Merry Meeples, we are looking at Zoo Tycoon, the board game. Brought to us from Treeceratops. And there's who it's from. There we go. Alright, this is a big game. I'm not going to flip it over because there's some kind of loose stuff in here. Not really. It's got boards on top of it, but I don't really want to flimble-flobble, shaky-wakey, what have you. So we got a box lid. We can twirl the box lid. Alright. So, first thing I want to mention is the plastic bags I had on my own. They did not supply plastic bags. This is a very kind of sustainable one. They used paper envelopes for all the other little meeple things. They had paper wrap around the cards. I believe the only plastic, I want to say this was wrapped in plastic when it came, but that's it. Otherwise, all the component stuff, it didn't come with bags. I used my own. We have a bag with offspring in it. I will say I've also read the rule book. Don't really have it committed to memory yet. It is a fairly hefty game, so it won't be the normal in-depth rules that I normally go to as I'm going over the components. But these are the offspring. You can see them in there. You have the pink and the blue. I will say this is probably one of my only complaints is this is pretty small and hard to get into with my hand. But other than that, this is a really good production. We have a deck of things. I guess it is a deck, cards together. So you have the animal welfare solo mode. And then you have some donor cards and event cards. So let's go ahead and take a gander at these event cards. Breaking news, breaking news. I'm going to assume breaking news happens immediately, whereas the regular news kind of persists. And now we're into, looks like, the donor cards. And there's those. So that was that deck of cards. I'm not going to take all these out. These are the enclosure tiles. You'll see they have the land type, biome, whatever you want to say, here in the corner. And they are double-sided and have different biomes on some of them. You get a bunch of them. I believe it's like 152, 166, 172, somewhere around those numbers. So again, I had these bags. These are actually really nice bags. I can't remember what game I got them from, but I like them because they're wide and they hold those really nice. Alright, you got little boards. These go next to your zoo board. Right here, you'll see the different colors and zoos. So there's 4 different ones. You got your running costs, stuff here. Spring, summer, fall. So I believe this kind of walks you through your turn. And there's the back of them. Here is that hefty rule book I was talking about. It is big. It does have a QR code for a rule explanation video. I haven't watched that yet. It's like an hour and 5 minutes. So that's kind of a lengthy sit down and watch. So I haven't quite gotten to there. I want to see if I can just get it along the rule book. Right here it shows you 120 to 180 minutes, 13 and up, 1 to 4 players. So here's all your contents. 172 enclosure tiles. So 3 different biomes: rainforest, savanna, and montane forest. 53 building, 33 tuck boxes. Here's the game preparation, the goal of the game, the animal card legend, gameplay spring, summer, the arrival, autumn, and more of the autumn, and then winter, end of game, staff actions. So here's the tuck boxes. You'll see those in a bit. Introductory game, 2-player version, the solo mode, the event cards, More event cards. Thank you. This board game was financed by 5,054 wonderful people on Kickstarter. We were one of them. You're welcome. About Treeceratops. Here's your game overview. So round 1, you actually skip spring. Rounds 2 through 7, here's all that. Here's that animal exchange that they were talking about. A lot of symbols and numbers and animals. So it looks like you can do it either way. Then it's upside down. But let's show you the board that goes with. So that goes with this here board. And then you kind of just plop it on underneath. And let's see if I can get this. So I'll get there. It's hard to do with one hand. You'll see you just get the numbers kind of showing through right there. So this has all the different animals. You have, I'll go over these when we get to there. Here's your cohabitating animals, the regular ones, your 1s, your 2s, your 3s. Here's some more information on the bottom. There's the back of the board. Again, there is that. Here's another big board with the different tracks that you can go up. This is double layered, so I'm assuming these are for the different player colors. Here's your spring, summer, fall, winter. I'm guessing event cards and such go up here. Here's the round tracker. You play over 7 rounds. Next up, we have the player boards. So there are 4 of them. Here's their thing. And then they do have another side. That looks really cool. Not sure if that's playable or not. Just looks pretty. But you'll see they do have cutouts here for more cubes. You have little animal areas over here. Alright. So here are those tuck boxes. So these have the various animals, and they even have on them what goes in them. And typically the male and females, usually just the female's lighter color. Some of them they do have different meeple shapes, but you'll just see they're all in there. And there is a ton of these. I'm not going to go through them all. I will bring this kind of up so you can kind of peruse them. And then I will point out the one that I do have an issue with how they did it. So there's those. My issue comes to this one. I mean, yes, the horse is larger than the bird, but still when you quickly look in there and just have to try and grab them. So that's a horse. That's a horse. And then finally you can get the birds over there. So I'm not sure why they put 2 of the same kind of color scheme in there with the black. I feel they might have been able to do a different one there, but it's a small gripe. Then you have these different tiles, and they have their own little boxes. Let me go ahead and dig those out. So this looks like the food and shopping in the one biome. It's got the tree. So you got the zoo market. And then you have the different food places. And you have that for the 2 other different biomes. And then you have a super rare animal of the pandas, which you just have the 2 in here. 2 pandas. Here we go. I'll show you this one because this shows you how sometimes the male and female have the different shapes on them. What do we go to next? Alright, so these are the 4 player colors. You have the yellow, the blue, the red, and the green. Of course, I'm going to show green as that's my color. So you have a couple of things in here. You have your little worker guys. You have a ton of cubes. And right there, it's hard to see, but you have a little cylinder thing. But yes, this is just chock-a-block full of cubes. So that's the 4 player colors. These are different other things you'll grab. I know one's called a focal point. I can't remember what the other ones are called. As I said, there's a lot of rules to digest, but there's those tokens. It is nice with all the little tuck boxes. It does keep everything nice and contained, and you don't have baggies all over the place. This one comes with these nice wooden dice and some little wooden disc markers, and then these little medicine punch boards go in there. Alright, next up you have, I believe, the different buildings. So let me actually switch these. I noticed that at the time. There we go. This is the blue building, so it probably goes with those blue markers. And it shows different biomes on the side. So maybe this is like an information booth, some kind of nature conservation thing. And there's that. So as you see, lots of tiles, lots of markers. This is that first player marker. And then little crossy-offy bits thing. Oh, madness. You just saw that, didn't you? Yeah, there's stuff everywhere now. Over here, you have your cohabitating ones. So you have their little tiles, and you do have different shaped meeples in these ones as well. Then right here, you have all the cards. Each player will get a set. So we'll just grab the red, seeing as that was the ones I grabbed. You get the player aids. And now you have your animal ones with a ton of information on here. You got stuff up here, you got stuff around here. So let's just go through the animals really quick and show you. A tuft capuchin. I just like saying capuchin. Chimpanzee, tamarin, orangutan, lion, giraffe, black rhinoceros, common ostrich, northern bald ibis, plain zebra, bearded vulture, common raccoon, red panda, snow leopard, wapiti, or an elk. So as I said, each player gets one of those, and there's the giant panda card, but you have these in all the different backs. Alrighty, so that is Zoo Tycoon. As I said, lots of stuff in here. It did take me quite a while to punch this out, get this organized, get the tuck boxes in place, and I went ahead and just destroyed it with dropping that in. Alright, but Zoo Tycoon, hope you enjoyed it. Lots of stuff. See you later when I open up my zoo.